Hi everyone, hope you're keeping safe and well. It is nearing the end of Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of the amazing love and support over what's been a really difficult time with the funding and the resource room and all of that. However, today I want to focus on positives. We at Seed are very excited that our Recovery After the Recovery programme launches as of now. Well, in terms of we are open for referrals. So, Recovery After the Recovery, what is it? Right, well, during lockdown, I spent a lot of time doing the podcast for Seed and meeting some incredible people who had their own different eating disorder journey and discussed their recovery, their process, and very quickly I started to realise that there is a recovery after the recovery, and especially when I spoke to James Downs, who is amazing, and he said your recovery is your discovery, and it resonated with me so much. And also at the start of lockdown, I'd been touring all around the UK for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden everything stopped, and like it did for all of us. I didn't know I was going to pay the bills. I didn't know I was going to keep my flat. I went into anxiety mode, panic mode, worry. I was on my own, not with any family and friends like a lot of us, mostly sat in my bedroom, and all of a sudden this wave of so many emotions came over me. And through reconnecting with my therapist via Zoom, obviously, I started to understand that it reminded me of being in an eating disorder unit. It reminded me of being in psychiatric units on bed rest. It reminded me of being institutionalised, isolated and alone all those years ago. And that even for me, even though the recovery began at 22, so God, like 15 years ago, I'm old, I hadn't actually understood the ramifications of that past trauma on my life today, if that makes sense. And this idea grew and grew that I'm not the only one out there who has been through what I've been through, sadly. And I'm not going to be the only one out there who is feeling like this. But the bigger picture is that when people who have struggled with an eating disorder and they've been in a system, when they leave that system, sadly, there is nothing. There's no support network. There's no life handbook. There's no toolkit or guide. There's no real support. And when you leave those places, as in my instance, and I can only speak for myself, but you all of a sudden go, and what? Like, what's next? Like, who am I? Yes, I'm Gemma, but what am I? Like, what is here? What is this now? Like, what's going on up here? Like, what do I want? Like, how do I live? Do I even move out of Hull? Can I move out of Hull? How do I pay bill? Like, how do I audition? How do I even go to drama school? How do I start going out again with friends? How do I, like, all of that? Now, fortunately, I have amazing parents, Marge and Daddy Certain, Mummy and Daddy O. But it struck me during lockdown that not everybody has that. You know, I had them totally getting everything, having their unconditional love, aid, support, helping me as a 23-year-old to understand how to find myself and function. And because not everybody has that, I felt like the recovery after the recovery needed to become a thing. We needed to create a program to facilitate that. And also, if you want to look even deeper, I've been very open and honest about the trauma that I have gone through and the ramifications of my eating disorder, from choices in relationships because of the whole reward and punishment system that I was in. I took that with me, only up until like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where I would get into toxic relationships because I felt like the only way someone was going to love me was if I gave, pleased, and that is the narcissist's dream. But I owned it, and I looked at that and I unpicked it. I've also spoken about the long-term effects on potentially my fertility, and that was very difficult to process and understand and go through. And then also my teeth, like, they might look okay, but they're not. Like, hi missing tooth, like, these are just shot, like, they're veneers, like, from, I mean, God knows how long they're gonna last, because they were about 10 years ago. The impact on my teeth, you know, from the eating disorder, like, that's a lot that I'm having to face now. I'm having to go through the next bit of trauma of having work done to help repair the damage from the lack of calcium, from the lack of nutrients, from the bulimia that I went through, not just the anorexia, you know, and all of these things, we need to discuss them, and we need to give everybody that fighting chance to understand what it is to unpick, to look back, to unravel, but ultimately to grow flowers where dirt used to be. And equally, there are going to be a lot of people out there who haven't been in an eating disorder unit, who haven't been in the system, because sadly, the system is overwhelmed and the referral waiting times are through the roof, and people are not getting the help and support that they need straight away. And I always bang on about and insist that early intervention is so key when it comes to eating disorder recovery. So it's for you as well. RATR, recovery after the recovery. RATR is for you as well, for all those who are waiting or feeling like they are lost and don't know which way to turn. This is what this program is about. It's making sure that we grab you, we catch you, we help you not get worse before you get better. So this is what RATR is about. Now, at the moment, it is predominantly only for 11 to 25 year olds, and you have to be in the Hull and East Riding area. But this is because it is being a pilot that we are delivering with the aid of the wonderful Hull and East Riding CCG. But my dream and goal, and we will achieve it, is that we really make this work these next 12 months. And by doing that, we can then bid for more funding and help and support to roll this out UK wide, to roll this out to 25 plus. But right here, right now, this is on offer to Hull and East Riding 11 to 25 year olds. If you are interested in joining our journey, a journey where we are going to be able to give you the seeds to plant, and you are going to take away this metaphorical little pot of tools as way of seeds, that you can go, right, we looked at that, we discussed that, I can deal with this, right, I understand this, I acknowledge you, let's look at you. That's what we want to do. We want to give you a skill set. We want to give you a chance to not just survive, but thrive, because you matter and you deserve it. And we want to go on this journey together. And we want to help you remember who you are. And if you don't know who you are, we want to help you find who you are away from the eating disorder, because one thing we believe in at Seed is to treat the person and not the eating disorder. It's going to be a mixture of one-to-one, of support group, of online learning, of in-person workshops. I'm going to be getting to meet you all and work with you as well. And I'm just so excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get started. So referrals are open. The link is in my bio on whatever platform you're watching this video on, or you can email RATR at seed.charity, so RATR. On the website, you can refer through there. We are aiming to start delivering the program as of April the 1st. So please, if you're interested, get in touch, and yeah, you deserve it and you matter. And yeah, I'm just really excited. And I know this is going to make a difference to so many lives. You deserve the best, and I can't wait to meet you all. Okay, I've waffled on. 10 minutes, I'm so sorry. I won't do that at RATR, I promise. Well, I'm like, Anyway, lots of love, take care, and yeah, let's look at thriving and not just surviving.